It was an ordinary afternoon in a quiet Mississippi home. No screaming, no warning, no sign that anything was about to go wrong. Inside the house, a teenage girl moved calmly from room to room. What no one around her knew was that within minutes her mother would be dead, and her stepfather would be fighting for his life. This is the story of Carly Gregg and the moments that turned a family home into a crime scene. Carly Gregg was just 14 years old. To neighbors and friends, she didn't stand out. She wasn't known as violent. She wasn't known as dangerous. She lived with her mother, Ashley Smiley, and her stepfather in a typical suburban home. But behind closed doors, tension had been building. Her mother had recently discovered vape pens and other items in Carly's possession, things she believed her daughter shouldn't have. Arguments followed. Rules were enforced, and Carly did not take it well. On the day everything fell apart, Carly was home with her mother. At some point, she picked up a gun. What's chilling is not just what happened next, but how calmly it happened. Surveillance footage inside the home would later show Carly walking through the hallway, her posture relaxed, her movements steady. No panic, no hesitation. She approached her mother's bedroom. Carly opened the door. Her mother was inside, and without a warning, without a struggle, Carly fired. Once, then again, then a third time. 3 shots. Her mother never stood a chance. Ashley Smiley died inside her own bedroom, killed by her daughter. What Carly did next is what stunned investigators. She didn't run. She didn't scream. She walked back into the kitchen. She grabbed her phone, and she started texting. One message was sent to her stepfather. It was normal, casual, a message designed to bring him home. Nothing about it suggested danger, nothing hinted at what had just happened. Then Carly texted a friend. She invited the friend over, and when the friend arrived, Carly showed her the body. The friend was horrified. This wasn't a prank. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was real. While the friend tried to process what she was seeing, Carly waited. She knew her stepfather was on his way. And when his car pulled into the driveway, the second part of her plan began. As her stepfather entered the house, he had no idea what awaited him. Within moments, Carly fired again. This time the bullet struck him in the shoulder. He was wounded, but alive. And unlike her mother, he fought back. A struggle broke out. He managed to wrestle the gun away from Carly. Injured and bleeding, he escaped and called 911. Police rushed to the scene. Carly ran, but she didn't get far. She was arrested later that day. 14 years old, accused of murdering her mother and attempting to kill her stepfather. The case shocked the community, and as details emerged, the question became unavoidable. Why? At trial, prosecutors painted a disturbing picture. They showed surveillance footage, calm, deliberate, methodical. They showed text messages sent moments after the killing. They argued this wasn't an accident. This wasn't panic. This was intent. The defense argued something very different. They said Carly was mentally unwell, that she didn't fully understand the consequences of her actions, that she was a child whose mind was still developing. Experts testified about her mental state. The courtroom listened, the jury watched, and the footage spoke for itself. In the end, the verdict was clear. Carly Gregg was found guilty. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole far in the future. A sentence that stunned many. A child sentenced as an adult. A family destroyed forever. Today, the house is quiet again, but the questions remain. How does a teenager reach a point where violence feels like an answer? Were there warning signs missed? Or was this a tragedy no one could have seen coming? This wasn't a crime driven by rage in the moment. It was quiet, calculated, and terrifyingly calm. A reminder that sometimes the most unsettling danger isn't loud or chaotic. It's silent, and it's already inside the house.